Okay, I think we're live. Hello, hello, hello. How are you doing? It's Marie Fleming Grant here, founder of the Awake Revolution. I'm just gonna double check I'm streaming because I'm streaming into 3 places right now. So I'm just gonna bear with me, especially if you're watching the replay, just bear with me because it is a little bit annoying, but just hold on because I want to make sure it is going out to the places it's supposed to go out to. So in the meantime, I just want to wish you a happy new moon, happy 1st of February. Yeah, just to say hello. Right, hold on. Right, so I'm sharing it in my group. I'm sharing it on my business page. And I'm also sharing it onto YouTube. So I'm hoping that it will work. I hope the stream is connected. It looks like it is. Let's see. Yes, it is. Okay, so just hang on a second. I think it slows down allowing people to access because I'm streaming. Anyway, I'm just going to carry on because you guys will probably watch the replay anyway. And whoever joins me live, joins me live. Okay, so welcome to this new moon broadcast. So I'm here, I have my channel open with the Arcturians of the angelic realm. Going to stream some messages through, but I just want to start off. I always kind of start off these types of sessions I usually do in my private group, just on its own in my private group. And I always say that even though it's the new moon, I'm going to use this energy. We're going to use this energy today to set intentions and to, you know, start over. I love that energy. But I always like to just remind you as well, you do not need the new moon or the full moon or the Monday or the first of the month to do this. You get to start over in any moment. But I just like to use these dates. I enjoy it. It's fun. It's, you know, it's human, right? So we're going to just use the energies today on that basis. Hello, Izzy. Yay, you're here. Nice to see you too. Right, I'm going to have to look onto my phone. If you're in my group, you're going to have to click on the link so I can see who you are. If you're tuning in on YouTube or on my business page, I can see your name. So I can see, Izzy, that you're here. I'm so glad to have you here on this live session. But yes, evening to you, lovely Facebook user. I can't see who it is. Hold on, so I can open this up maybe. I'll be able to see. I like to know who's joining me here on this live session. But that's me playing back. Oh, Akua. Hello, Akua. Right, yes, I can see you. That is you. Right, I'll check in there. Okay, so what we're going to do then, if you're here watching me live, feel free to drop me a comment and I can channel a message for you personally, but I'll just start with a couple of messages that just flew out of my decks. I was just shuffling 3 decks here. So if you would like me to pull you a message, let's see how we're going to do this today. Yeah, if you want me to read or just kind of share a personal message with you, if you're tuning in live, just pop a comment below. You can ask a specific question. So let's just keep the theme to making like an intention, starting a new energy or whatever, or moving forwards. So anything around that, ask me a question. Or if you just want some just general guidance, you just want a message that comes through, we can do that as well. So just pop in the comments below and I'll work my way through the comments. Yes, Izzy, you can have a message. Yes. So let me just first of all start with a couple of messages to share for anyone tuning in. And also, if you're tuning into someone else's message, you can still receive that because most likely it's the message that you also need to receive. This is how these energies work. So as I was shuffling, I have 3 decks, my 3 favorite decks in front of me. 2 cards just flew out and I love it when that happens. So I just wanted to touch on those first of all. And this feels very true for the collective energy right now. So the first one we had popped out was the crumbling. So this is the kind of crumbling. It says, what are you clinging on to? So this is like the card showing all the old structure is crumbling down, and you can see beyond that there's a beautiful, I don't know if you can see it in the light, there's beautiful, you know, abundance, amazing scenery beyond the darkness, right? Beyond the old structures. On the other side of that, there is amazing stuff. But first of all, before we get to the amazing stuff, we've got to kind of move through this structure. So it's just Anamika, yes, absolutely. Message, yeah, I'll add you on. I'll do you after that. Yes, definitely. So this crumbling. So collectively, we've got this kind of energy right now, right? Whichever country you're in, we've got a lot of things moving, things breaking down, old systems really crumbling down, and it's a little bit chaotic sometimes. But I want you to just tune in for yourself right now, personally. What are the things you're clinging onto? Because in order for you to set intentions and move forward and to really embrace these new energies, which we are all really being called to do now, and we've got so much possibility, we've got to let go of the old. So what are you clinging onto? What needs to go? What do you need to walk through? What do you need to leave behind? And just see what comes through. So for me, I've definitely felt the crumbling away of the old identity. So I'll just tell you this quick thing that happened yesterday. I went outside. I went outside like it's a big deal. I went out yesterday to meet my mom. We were going to meet for like a lunch, and I decided, right, to put on, I had jeans on, like tight kind of fitted jeans, and I thought I'll put my heeled boot, like high heeled boots on. And I always have worn heels, right, kind of since I was like 15. Apart from my pregnancy, I have literally always been in heels. And through the lockdowns and all the kind of crap from last year, I kind of got into this way of like wearing flat stuff, flat boots, comfortable, and I've really liked it, and I really like embraced that more comfortable side. But I've grown up in London my whole life. I used to be like tottering around London, like as a lawyer, pulling my kind of cases and files with me, all in heels. So anyway, I was walking out yesterday and I was thinking, it's really good to kind of wear these heels again. It feels like the old me, because I was having a bit of a weird identity thing come up recently. And as I was walking out, I was walking in these heels, and I realized I like the look of them, but they don't feel like really comfortable. I'm now used to comfort. And as soon as I took I kind of wasn't further from my home, about 5 minutes, and all of a sudden the heel just broke off the right foot, and my foot just went flat onto the ground. And I didn't know what happened. And I looked down and I picked it up, and it literally, the wedge, it was like a high, like heel, thick kind of wedge, it just broken off. So I just picked up the heel, and I had to laugh because I thought, there I was thinking, and what was happening, I was thinking, God, this has been a really long time I'm wearing these heels. They're not very comfortable. They're not as comfortable as I like remembered. And then I was trying to convince myself, saying, do you remember you used to walk around everywhere in these heels? You can do it now. It's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. And then the heel went. So I kind of took that as a message of just let go of the old, let go of, not to say I don't want to wear heels, because if I'm dressed up on a night somewhere, I'll absolutely wear heels, but it was like letting go of this old identity. And part of my old identity from years ago was to kind of not think about my own comfort. Oh, hello, Kirsty. Yes, I can see you now. You're loving my heel story. Good. So I was like, my old identity was to wear things and do things that were not comfortable for me, just because it was the done thing, or because everybody did it, or because that's just what I always did. So the difference between me then and now is like, it's a lot more conscious. And I'm like, do I need to wear heels to walk to Tesco? No, I don't think I do. I can just wear my flats and it's not a big deal, right? So I just shared that with you because it happened yesterday. And it's this kind of, it's a silly, like superficial thing, but the deeper message is sometimes we've got to let go of the old identity stuff, right? The old ways of being. So what needs to go in your life, and really just go with what comes in. It could be people, places, situations, beliefs, thoughts, ways of doing things. And then the next one that came in, that flew out, was breaking the chain. Oh, hold on. Breaking the chain. I don't know if you can read that. Ancestral patterns, what does it say? Healing and rewriting the future. So what we're doing again collectively is as it's all crumbling down, we're breaking again the chain to the old stuff, right? The 3D linear stuff, the work hard, the do it like this, the living unconscious, the living in a disconnected way, blah, blah, blah. But what we're doing now is we're stepping into this new energy. And today is a perfect day, or whenever you're tuning into the replay, right now is a perfect day to step into the new energies. It is such a powerful time in the world right now. We've never had, my guides have been telling me recently, we've never had a time on the earth plane where so many awake and conscious souls have been here all at the same time. And that excited me. And what we're all doing here, and this is you listening to this message, regardless of your job title or what's going on for you right now, you being a conscious individual, you are helping to rewrite the entire collective of humanity's future. So also in your own personal life, what are you rewriting? And this is where you get to write your new story, your brand new story. So I highly encourage you to script it out. Like I use journaling a lot now. I didn't used to a few years ago, but I'm so into journaling. It's so powerful. And a really great way, especially today, if you want to make use of this energy, is to sit and script out and rewrite your future. I did a little exercise yesterday for myself where I was kind of stepping into 10 years from now, like 10, not in a 10-year plan way, but like 10 years from now. And I was writing as myself in 10 years. So I'm 41 now. I was thinking, okay, now I'm 51. I'm looking back on my life in the last 10 years. What has happened? How have I shifted? How did I rewrite my entire life? And what things did I bring in? And it really got me tapped into some of the things that I didn't even realize that I actually wanted. Hold on, who's ringing me? My mum is ringing me. I'll have to call her back. It was really got me tapping into what I actually want to create for my future. So I really recommend you spend some time, and it's really fun to step into what it is that you want to create and really set those intentions today, because this is, again, you can do this anytime, but let's use the new moon. Who cares if, whether you believe in the moon cycles or not? A lot of people on this day focus on new intentions. So you are leveraging the energy that's around right now. And there's a lot of it. So those are the two messages. So like letting go, what do you need to let go of? What are you clinging on to that needs to go? Old identities, beliefs, and then how can you rewrite the future and map out where is it you want to go? And I want to encourage you right now, I'm going to channel for whoever wants in a minute, but I want to encourage you right now that the things that you really desire, what do they want to say? They're just going to channel this through me now. I can feel it. They want to say the things that you truly desire, they do not come from your head. They're coming from your soul. So you all desire very specific things in your life. Some of you want to create your business. Some of you want to create a whole new identity for yourself. Some of you want more beautiful relationships in your life. Some of you want to improve your health, your energy, your well-being. Some of you are on an amazing spiritual journey of awakening and deepening your connection. Whatever it is that you want to call in. Some of you are on the path of creating more wealth and abundance. Whatever it is, we want you to know that it is absolutely meant for you, because you would not have these desires if they weren't meant for you. And they're saying, we know that this sometimes sounds like a quote off the internet, but the universal energies are such that your soul came into this lifetime with a blueprint, and it had a very specific, lots of things, but a very specific blueprint for each of you that you wanted to bring into this lifetime and that you wanted to create. Yes, new month, new moon. Yes, it's very powerful, right? First of the month. And also it might have been yesterday if you're in a different part of the world from where I am. It's the same energy. You can tap into it. So if you have a desire, I want you to really allow yourself to have it, because you know how many people, it's tragic, so many people on this planet, they have these desires and they don't follow them and they don't create the life. It's not because they weren't capable. It's not because it wasn't meant for them. It's just because they didn't really believe that it was possible, and they allowed the world to just pull them away, distract them away, feed them the idea that it's not really doable for them. But the world is full of people who have completely transformed their lives. You could be in a completely different place this time next year. You could be in a completely different place this time in 3 months. you can absolutely shift. So I just, from my heart to yours, I want to share that with you. Like, I've shifted a lot. There's loads of other areas I want to shift into, but I know what it feels like. You can really change your life so it's unrecognizable. So whatever you feel in your heart and soul that you would like, you get to create it. You are a creator, a powerful creator being. You really, really are. So with that said, let's do a few channeled messages for any of you. So I shall work my way through. So if you want to have a message, just comment below and I can channel. And if you're not, if it's not for you, you can just still listen, and you may receive, which happens very often, you may just receive a message that really resonates with you. That's for someone else, because we're so connected. The energies are so connected. So just listen out and see what you receive. So let me just make sure I can see who's commenting. Oh, hello, AJ. That's you as well. Hi, AJ. So let's see. Oh, okay, let me just work through. Okay, so Izzy, you're first. Yep, so you said, can you please channel a message for me? Thank you. Yes. So let me just see, because I'll either pull a card and speak around it, or they might just want to flow in thick and fast. Let's see what they want to do for you, Izzy. Okay, so we're going to pull, one from this deck. Oh, I love it when they just jump out. Right. Okay, so this is for you, Izzy. So I'll just pull a card and then I'll just kind of channel through the message. I don't really use the books anymore, the booklets. Okay, let's see. Oh, I love this one. Okay, don't dim to fit in, Izzy. And this is probably in line with some of what we've spoken of before and some of the messages I know that have been coming through for you. How are you dimming your light in order to fit in? So let's see. Right, so they want to acknowledge, first of all, that congratulations to you, first of all, for really stepping out into the light and being much more visible than you were, and really stepping forward into the energy. They want to commend you for that and congratulate you for that, surround you with love and say, well done. They also want to lovingly help you elevate and step out and into even more. So they're saying there is so much more. And even though you're being visible, which is a wonderful thing, shine it even brighter. So turning up, so they're showing me like turning up the dial, sharing what's in your heart. So they want you to, as you kind of imagine as you're being visible in whichever form you are within your community, on your page, wherever you're showing up. And they're saying getting into your heart space and really tuning in to what would you want to share with your community. It doesn't matter how big or small your platform is right now, because that will be growing, but just sharing from your heart, tuning into your heart. What would you really, if you already had 500,000 followers, what would you really share with them? Because sometimes there's a tendency to wait until your platform is grown before you start sharing the message. And they're saying, share your message now. And they just want you, rather than give it to you, we want you to tune in, just sit outside in a glorious spot of sunshine. They're saying, have a delicious lunch, treat yourself, sit outside and really tune in to what would you want to really share with your community. And then they said, just turn that dial up and shine even brightly, because you are full of sunshine and it's wonderful what you've done, but turn it up even more. Now is the time. Okay. I'll keep a lookout because I see you on Instagram. I'll keep a lookout for you. Okay, so let me know how that feels. Brilliant, brilliant. Okay, let's see. Anamika, I think. Just seeing if I can see everyone's comments. Oh yeah, so Anamika, I hope I'm saying your name correctly. Any message, please. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Oh, so before I've even pulled a card, don't need to pull a card. They are just saying for you, dear one, to increase your levels of self-care would be greatly beneficial to you right now. So yes, there is pain and suffering in the world, yes. And they're saying because your heart is so full and it's so expansive, sometimes you can really feel this, you can really feel things deeply. So we would encourage you with so much love to turn your attention inwards, turn your focus onto how you can best fill yourself up and give yourself the most delicious levels of self-care. And they're saying self-care can be simple. It need not be expensive or elaborate or complicated, but simple ways that you can clear a space for yourself and really focus inwards. So they're just encouraging you that you, and they want you to know that you deserve nothing less. They want you to know that you are so loved and cherished. You have your own divine team around you. And so you are never alone. You are always supported. And this will continue. But what will be most beneficial for you is to really tune into your own self-care, energize yourself with foods, with gentle movement in your body, listening to music that uplifts your soul, lightening the load, lightening the burdens, having a relaxing bath, anything that you find soothing, lightness, and connecting back into the self-love. And they're saying, because you already have this, but it's when the worries of the world sometimes can sit so heavily like a burden on your shoulders, it's time to release some of that and get back into your own energy. And that way you can more easily tune into what is happening around you in your community, in your family, in your friends, in the world, but you have the support and the resources internally. So that's what they're recommending for you. And they're saying, really enjoy it. Give yourself the gift. They're saying, we love you so much. Or your angels love you so much. Your divine guides, your ancestors are all around you. So they want you to really look after yourself in the most divine way, whatever that means to you. Okay, so let me know how that feels for you. That would be good. Okay, lovely, lovely. Let's see who is next. Oh yeah, Kirsty. Yes, message will be perfect. Yes. So Kirsty, let's see which one they want you to. Yeah, they just directed me to this deck, and they will also channel a message through. But this deck here. Okay. All right. Ooh. So this one, Lemuria. The energy of Lemuria. I don't know if you can see that. And it says, creating heaven on earth, it's happening. So this is all about, yeah, this is a lovely energy. It's like a very high vibrational way of living, tuning into these energies. So let's see what they want to share with you. Right. So for you, it is, yeah, your natural soul energy is lightness. It's very light. So it's like what I'm seeing is like, you know, like Prosecco bubbles, very light and fun and like flighty, but not in a superficial way, but it's like it's a depth, but it's flighty, fun, light energy. So the most powerful way for you right now going forwards is to step into more of this, really embrace this side of you. For you, it isn't the seriousness of the world that will move you. It is the fun, the lightness, the enjoyment, the creativity, the birthing of the new. So they're encouraging you with this energy, yeah, is helping to create heaven on earth. And how you do this is through yourself. So it's through shining your own energies outward. So whether that's in your working creative capacity or in your personal life, it doesn't matter, it's the same. Shining your light, being like a ray of sunshine and just being the sunshine and stepping into your lightness. So, and this is how you personally help create heaven on earth. And they want you to know that you are a light worker that is assisting, but light worker does not mean that you have to be teaching in a spiritual way or, you know, being that kind of person. There's a multitude of ways to be a light worker, and how you are is a very light, literally a light energy. So they want you to get back into the fun, the creativity, what sparks joy, what fills you with immense pleasure, what you would just for fun, whether it's work or paid or not, really just stepping into that energy. Because they're saying the more you do that, the more you're remembering who you are, and you're helping the whole entire collective as a light worker that you are, and seeing yourself as this. And they want you to know that, yeah, just start to see yourself just as valid. Sometimes, you know, when you look at people on Facebook or media, social media, sometimes you can see them as, oh, they're like a spiritual teacher helping the humanity, helping the collective, but I'm just ... But they want you to see the power. And actually, it's you and anyone else tuning in, they want to extend this bit to. It's all of you here who are tuning into this message. You're all some level of being a light worker. This is why you're drawn to messages like this, and to really own it. So yeah, lightness, energy, you're here helping to create heaven and earth just from your very presence. All right, so there's nothing, like, it's already done. So let's see. Anamika, you're very welcome. You're very, very welcome. Kirsty, oh, I love me some Prosecco bubbles. Yeah, you have no idea how much this is resonating with me right now. Good. Yep, they definitely know how to tune in. Good. I'm glad that resonates. Lovely. Okay, and I think it's Akua. Yep, you too, please, if possible. Yes. I'll just see. Yep, they want me to pull this deck. Okay, for you. Let's see. Sometimes they say pull a deck, and sometimes it just comes through. It just depends. Sometimes it's both. Oh. All right, so this one. Oh. Okay, so this is a very beautiful card. So Breath of the Cosmos. This is, I'll just show you because these cards are quite pretty. You can just see that. Breath of the Cosmos. And it says, my will to thy will, micromanaging the universe. Micromanaging the universe. Okay, so Breath of the Cosmos. Let's see what they want to share with you on that one. Okay, so for you, they're saying, first of all, spectacular job. Everything you've been doing, everything you've been sharing and putting out there, and you've been working and you've been doing all these things. They're saying this is wonderful and this is all part of your trajectory. But they also want to remind you of literally taking off the burden right now and just releasing it from your shoulders, taking a breath and breathing with the universal energies. So they're showing me almost, imagine if you were in a pool of water. So sometimes they just show it visually. So, okay, so a pool, like in a pool of water, and you're just lying back, like floating on one of those floats, right? So as you're lying back, the water is just carrying you, the water, and you're flowing with the water, and you don't have to paddle and you don't have to try very hard. It's just the water is carrying you, just your presence. So they're encouraging you to almost hand it over to the universe, or whatever word resonates. So you could, it's saying it's universal energy. You can call it God, source, the universe, your higher self. What, it doesn't matter. It's all one of the same. So just hand it over to the higher source, and reminding you that it isn't all on your shoulders. Because when you can start to really, you can start showing up and doing what you want to do, but releasing the burden, like releasing, I've got to try hard, and if I my success or what I'm doing is dependent on these actions. It's a very, they're saying there's nothing wrong with it, but it's a very linear way. And the earth, as we're shifting, this is what they're sharing a lot, the earth is shifting. We're in so much kind of strange energy right now. We are being guided from moving from this linear ABC way of doing things to, we get to live and create in the higher frequencies. So we can kind of step over these very linear ways. We can let go of some of these, I've got to work hard to succeed. And you can actually have success and divine expansion from letting go, which is a very different energy. So they're just directing you into this, because as you're moving forwards, it's important for you to really step into these energies. So like almost take the pressure off, see if you can get into breathing with the universe, and ask for guidance. So they're saying sometimes, instead of maybe putting pressure on yourself to go through like the list of things to do, what would be really great for you is to just tune in each day and ask for guidance. So again, from God, universe, source, or your ancestors or your guides, whatever you resonate with, you can sit and you can just ask for guidance and just simply say, show me, guide me. What do I need to know today? How can I best move through my day? What do I need to share today? And start to work from that place. And you're going to find much quicker and swifter manifestations and moving forwards. All right. And that's, again, I'm sure that's for everyone as well. Anyone else watching, because it applies to all of us. Right. And I'm practicing that myself. So yeah, it's a great one. So yeah, that's what breath of the cosmos. Yeah. It's like look at this card, it's like we're breathing. Look at that, like we're breathing in the energies. We're being surrounded by the energies, supported by the energies. We're surrendering to the energies. It isn't giving up. It's surrendering with them, into them, and they get to carry us. Because sometimes we forget it's not all on us. Right, we're here on the physical plane living our lives, but we have so much divine guidance around us, and our teams are literally waiting there saying, for the love of God, would she ask us for help? Like, she doesn't have to do it all on like micromanaging like the universe, right? So let me know how that feels. And I think that's probably one for a lot of people. Yeah, you are welcome. Okay, right, let me see a few more. I can't see your names, hold on. Suze, yes, and AJ, I think. If I have left anyone out, pop your name below, but I think that's everyone. So Suze and AJ, right? So yeah, you love it. Okay, good, Akua. I'm glad you do, and it's a much easier way to create. Definitely. All right, so Suze, yes. Let's see which one for you. Okay, so they're showing me this deck here. Okay, I go all pink when I channel. You have to run. Sorry, who's saying this? Hold on. I can't see. Oh, AJ, yes, I can. Do you still want me to pull you a card? Just let me know quickly before you go. If you still want a card, I'll pull you one. If not, I'm not. Ooh. Dropping them all over the place. Okay, so Suze. Right, hold on. I'm dropping them everywhere. Bear with me. Okay, so Suze, this one is for you. All right. Okay, here we go. So let's see. Oh, right. So this one, Suze, a very direct card. Trust the niggle. Trust the niggle. So what is a niggling feeling trying to tell you? Okay, so see what comes to mind as you just receive that, and I'll see what else they want to flow to you around this. Okay, so you're being called into altering something slightly, like stepping into a newer energy, a slightly different way of doing something, or a new idea. So they're directing and encouraging you to really drop into your intuition now. So again, a lot of this theme is going from the head-based linear logical into this other energy, right? That we've very much been taught that it's kind of silly, or it's not real, or it's a bit woo-woo. So they want you to know that when you have an intuitive hit and you have some idea that flows in, it's very real and you get to trust it. And so we want to remind you and encourage you that the more that you tune in, the more that you really notice what is niggling at you, really notice what's coming in, you give yourself some time and attention to sit with it, because it's coming in for your greater good. So they're just encouraging you to take some space in the next day or two. So either today or or maybe tomorrow, to just sit. And they're suggesting that you just sit, maybe with a journal, or just in, in your own space, and just see what comes to you. What is niggling at you right now? And niggles can be in the form of dissatisfaction, or an idea that won't quite budge, or something that maybe doesn't quite sit right with you. And to tune in, and they're saying permission to let it go. So whatever is coming in, and really giving yourself, because what this is helping you do is have your next breakthrough on the other side of the niggle, on the other side of the thing that isn't quite sitting right. They're saying it's going to lead you into an expansion and a breakthrough, and it's literally just your next step. And you will always get there, but sometimes what people do is that they ignore the niggle, and they don't fully trust it. They don't really feel it's real, and they just want you to loud and clear and direct to tell you niggles are always real. So whatever it is, it's your intuition, it's your higher self guiding you and really trying to get your attention. So trust it, trust it, trust it. Go with it. Allow yourself to move into a new direction as a result, in whatever way. And if you're not sure, just get curious and ask yourself, I wonder what is niggling at me, and just see what comes through. So let me know how that feels. Yes, yes, yes. Let me know how that feels. Okay. Because those niggles are, yeah, they're very frustrating. And sometimes we're not even conscious of having them. But you know, when you ever get that feeling of something just doesn't feel right. And how we know that is our natural state is actually to feel in flow. So actually a good way to do this is if you check in with your body now, you, Suze, or anyone else watching, you check in with your body now, and you can just see how you feel in your body and see if there's any kind of tension, resistance, and you can just tune into that part of the body, and you can just notice, what is this about? What is this about? And just see what you're brought to. And really play with this, because the more we follow our intuition, oh my God, the more powerful we are, the more we can step into these newer energies. And you might surprise yourself with what is trying to come through. And what they really want to encourage you is it's absolutely okay, whatever that niggle is. All right. So let me know. Let me know. Okay. So I think that is everybody. Let's see. Oh, AJ has to run. Yeah. Okay. So we don't know if that means you didn't want to go. Okay, well, if not, I'll leave it. But if not, you can let me know. And then the next stream that I do, which will be in a couple of weeks, doing the same sort of thing, I will put you first on the list. So if you let me know, AJ, if you're watching the replay. So I don't want to pull a card if you weren't like giving a complete permission for me to do it. So I just like you to absolutely give me the go ahead. All right. So Suze, oh, thank you. Yes, I am in between muggle world and spiritual. Yeah, and want to go full spiritual. There you go. Interesting. But need a muggle plan. Yeah. So let me just let's see what they say, because I feel that was me before. If any of you have tuned into me, and I think a lot of you are tuning in now, have tuned into me maybe more recent years. But when I first started, like 6-7 years ago, nearly 7 years ago, I was very safe with what I shared. And I used to be like, everything I talk about now has always been a part of me. But I used to kind of stay in the very coachy mindset. Mindset's amazing and powerful, but for me, it was more the safe area. And I didn't really come out as spiritual. And I had to kind of come out of the spiritual closet, which I did a few years ago. I literally did it as a post. This is me. It's kind of like funny to look back on it. I said, this is me. I'm into these things. This is me coming out. And I kind of had to do it that way. And then over the years, I've been more following my heart and my soul, like in my business. Do I really want to work on this, or do I actually want to talk about all the things I talk about now? So they want you to know that it isn't a choice between being practical, logical, and grounded, and being spiritual. This is for all of you as well, by the way. It isn't a choice, because you are all spiritual beings. It is a given that you are a spiritual being for the fact that you are in your physical form. You are a higher consciousness. Each and every one of you listening to this and the replay, you are a higher consciousness dropped into the human form. And so by nature, you are a spiritual being. It's like saying, I don't have shoulders, or maybe I should use my shoulders. It's like your shoulders are there. They've always been there. It's just a part of your body, right? So you're a spiritual being. So you never have to question this, and you never have to make a decision as to whether you're going to be a spiritual being, because you are by nature. So with you, Suze, they're saying for you, it's more about, bringing it into your work, into your business, into your life generally, and closing the gap between who you are when no one's looking, in the quietness of your own soul that you can feel, and allowing that to merge with your business or your life out there, and just expressing yourself in that way. So that's why they're saying listen to that nudge, because you're being guided and you're being called into this other way. By the way, this is happening for a lot of people right now. This is why it's such a powerful time. Many people are suddenly, they're kind of waking up going, I want to embrace the spiritual part of me more than I have been doing. And remember, we've been taught very deliberately, this is really important that you understand this as well. We've been taught very deliberately from a very young age in this part of the world, unless you come from a very different part of the world, but in the Western world, we've been taught here and distracted away from our true spiritual nature. And we've been taught to dismiss everything that's got a power. So even things like horoscopes, right? What do? They put them in the back of the newspapers with the comic section, and as if it's a very silly, woo-woo, silly thing. But actually, astrological power and energy is very, very well known. The people that control this world very much know about numerology and astrology, because they use it all the time, usually against us. So these things have an innate power, and our ancestors already knew it. Our ancestors knew how to live in this world as spiritual beings, and over generations we've been moved away from. So what's happening now with all these awakenings that have been unfolding since 2020 specifically on speed, is that more people now are stepping into their spiritual nature. So this is the perfect time for you, Suze, and any of you, to start embracing this now, really stepping out. Like, I feel like I've turned the dial up now on even my work. So I've come out of like the galactic closet since last year. Yeah, it was only last year. Some of you have only connected with me after I've done that, but it was only last year I opened my channel fully. I was always channeling, but not like direct the way I do it now. And I came out into the world, and I've been really sort of being this now publicly. And yes, some people have fallen away because they don't understand it or they don't like it, but it's attracted a lot more people into my community online. A lot of you here tuning in and on the replay, we've met. So it's time. And if you're listening to this, even on the replay, and you haven't asked for a message and we've never connected, and somehow you're listening to these words right now, even 3 months from now, you might be finding this live stream, I want you to know that this applies to you. So this is the perfect time. If you want to have that deepening and you want to move into that spiritual side of you, allow it. Do not ignore it. Absolutely. So yes, I'm so connected to the moon. Okay. And I'm playing it safe with my groups to not go full spiritual, as my idea was for it to be quite mainstream. Interesting. It's interesting that we have the idea that mainstream is not spiritual and this kind of sideline is spiritual. And I know where you get that from, because it's kind of how it looks. But if you start to flip that in your mind and go from the basis that every single person on this planet, everyone is a spiritual being, because they have a soul that's dropped into this lifetime. So you're really speaking to people's souls here. Let's just we'll be honest about it. So there's no need to play it safe, but practice and see what comes out. Yes. Oh, Rachel, loving this. Oh, you're welcome. You're so welcome. Okay, so quite a few messages there, but that one is a big one, right? Because a lot of people are moving into this need. It's like people are wanting more depth now. Haven't you noticed on social media? You're so welcome, Suze. Haven't you all noticed on social media that I kind of find it funny? It's a lot less superficial than it was. Might be just my feed, I don't know. But if you rewind before all the world events started unfolding, there was a lot more like selfies for the sake of it, you know, like the vanity type ones and the kind of check me out, look at me, look how wonderful I am. And there's a lot more substance now. I'm definitely seeing that. I feel like people are connecting in a deeper way. I feel like there's more significance, there's more depth to everything, and people are connecting. It's just better. It's a better connection, believe it or not. So this is the time. And as we're moving forward over the next few years, over the next decades, we're going to have more and more of ourselves stepping into our spiritual nature. Watch and see. So this is the perfect time. Like, really open up and surround yourself with people who get that, so that you don't feel that you're weird and out there and woo woo and strange, because a lot of people feel like the black sheep of the family, right? So I think most of you are in my group, but if you're not, if you're watching this, come and join the Awake Revolution Soul Team. That's my private Facebook group, and everyone in there is like, they're all into everything. So don't be alone, you know, and connect. So yeah, I hope you receive those messages. Oh, quick word on that. For those of you who are, it's more about your businesses and your messaging and shining your light out there, I have Mission Ignited, the program, but I just shared, just can't even remember, yesterday or this morning, today, I think this morning, I just shared I've just released a very new idea that came in yesterday, and it was to do a 30-day intensive instead of the 11-week program that I shared about recently. I've also got a 30-day where we're going to ignite your visibility, your mission, your self-confidence, your belief, your money, and your receiving, to really ignite your mission so you can shine your light out there. So for those of you that are interested in that, we're starting, I didn't even give a big window, but I'm just going to start that this Friday. We'll do a whole 30 days. So if you're interested in that, just scroll below either on my Facebook page or in the group and you'll see it. But if you can't find it, message me if you're interested in that, and I can send you the details. For those of you, because sometimes you just want to ignite, and we can channel that in and get you very, very connected into your particular mission, get you into the visibility, the confidence, and all those amazing things that often stop us from shining that light. And I definitely know, because I was there for quite a few years, like dimming down my light and being very kind of not expressing. So that's there for any of you that's feeling the call for that. Let me know if you're interested in that, because we start this Friday. But other than that, you are absolutely on track. Keep going, keep moving yourself forward in the direction of your choosing. Know that everything that comes to you, it's coming to you for a reason right now, and really trust each step of where you're going right now. And today or tomorrow, whenever you're watching this, plant some seeds for yourself. Decide where you want to go next. You don't have to set intentions for your whole life. Just set them. I like to set them like monthly at the moment, because the energies are so changeable. I just focused like February. What do I want to bring in? Like, how do I want to feel? What would I like to have completed? If there's anything I'd like to have completed by the end of this month, who would I have wanted to have connected with? How would I have wanted to express myself? So just focus on planting some seeds for this month. You can, of course, plant some seeds for the bigger picture, the bigger vision, if you feel like, but use these energies and give yourself the permission to really expand. You do not have to stay small. You do not have to, you know, even if people around you are expecting you to stay small, you get to shine as brightly as you want. Okay, so absolutely, this is why you're here. So lock that in for yourself right now. Receive these words, receive these reminders. Your soul knows exactly why you're here. It knows exactly where it wants to go. And your soul is not a meek, small, kind of quiet mouse. Your soul is hugely expansive. Your soul is so bright. They told me recently, they shared a message about if your soul left your human body, the magnitude of your soul is so bright, it would just fill and ripple out across the earth plane. But what we're having to do is contain it in these bodies, right? But that does not mean that it's not hugely expansive. So your soul has got a huge capacity to create and to shine it out there and really make an impact, or just with your intention, whatever it is you want to do. But really, it has a massive capacity. All right. So feel that, feel your own power, and don't forget it. All right. So lots of love. Thank you for joining me live. I love having people join me live. I really appreciate. And thank you for watching the replay if you're tuning in later. And again, I really don't take it lightly that you've sat here and spent 50 minutes of your precious time tuning into these messages. I really appreciate it. Yes, and I hope you enjoyed the messages. All right, so have a good rest of the evening or day whenever you're watching. And yeah, we'll speak soon. All right, take care.